Angels, it's Hailey, Reese, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that you are here, and I hope that you are having an absolutely magical, fantastic, beautiful, all the good things, morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. If you have stumbled upon today's video, whether you got the notification or you saw it in your recommended, or maybe you've never seen a video of mine in your entire life and you're like, why the hell did I click on this? If there's any video of mine, especially as of lately, that you click on, I really, really hope that you see this one through to the end, because there is something on my heart, something so genuinely magical that I feel as though that I have to share. And it gets deep, but it also is so incredible, and I believe truly wholeheartedly if you listen to what I have to say, although I'm not all-knowing or holier than thou, I hope that you can leave today's video with a new perspective on life, and I hope that it can change your life even just a little bit for the better. I haven't done a video like this in quite some time, and because it is 31 days of Halloween, I contemplated whether or not I should film and post this video during this particular series, because Halloween is supposed to be spooky. But the more that I thought about it, and the more I've been thinking about the types of Halloween movies and videos that I've been watching, they include so much magic. Even if you think about some of your favorite Halloween movies to watch, there's magic. And what's so wild is we look at things like that as fictitious. We look at things like that as unbelievable or just something of the storybooks or the movies. But the reality is we have access to magic at our fingertips, and we often forget it. And it is so wild and almost creepy, but in the most beautiful way, how at the touch of our fingers, at the switch of our mind, we can transform and create the life of our dreams. And I think it is so incredible. So I wanted to just talk about this today because it's been really heavy on my heart all day. And before I get into exactly what I want you to hear, I kind of want to share with you guys where my mind has been over the last little bit and why this is so relevant in my life right now. If you've been on my channel for years, you would know that when I first started making videos, I talked so much about law of attraction, the power of our minds, how we are spiritual beings having earthly experiences, and we're not meant to suffer or live in a space of lack of. We're meant to prosper and figure out our life purpose. And yeah, there are trials, tribulations, difficult times throughout that, but at the end of it all, we're always meant to come to a better and happier place. And I talked so much about that, especially in the beginning of my channel, and a lot on my second channel, Daily Hailey. One thing that I can honestly say, and I think it's been very evident, is that the last couple of years, I would probably say going on the last 3 years, have been some of the most trivial and trying years I've experienced since my childhood and early teens. They have been incredibly difficult, and I have been forced to tell myself, almost preach to my own choir, what I've been preaching all the years of positivity, law of attraction, magic, if you will, and how you can ultimately create your own reality should you desire to do so. So where my brain is going with this, and I haven't made any notes for today's video, I literally just pressed record and sat down. So as per usual, I apologize if it's ranty and rambly, but please hear it through. I've always believed in law of attraction, but I think it's very easy to believe in law of attraction, especially at points in your life where things are going good. When you're on a momentum of law of attraction, when you're putting out nothing but good because great things are happening and vice versa, and it's just this cycle of good, and yeah, there's challenges, but phenomenal things are coming back. It's very easy to preach that and stick with that, but it's very difficult when unexplainable, horrific things happen in life. I've experienced a lot of very difficult times in my life. I truly have. From my lung collapsing, having to be half removed, being told I may never sing again, being told I may never live, or I may not live, sorry, to, my mom being with abusive partners, and difficult things throughout my childhood and bullying and whatnot. But losing my grams after what said, I don't even want to say it because everyone on YouTube acts like it's such a censored thing, but what hit in the year 2020. After that was already a rough year for me for numerous reasons, but having come into 2021 optimistic and then losing my grandma so unexpectedly, suddenly, and tragically, or traumatically, I think that's a better definition, is traumatically, I found myself spiraling into almost a pit of not depression, but just really dark thoughts. And I lost her going into like the summertime type thing. And then by fall, unfortunately, I was dealing with a lot of health issues and extreme anxiety. So much so, I will insert some pictures here, but daily I was breaking out in chronic hives all over my body. Which caused me to not want to film, and I didn't want to go out because I would randomly break out in these horrible hives. And not only were they really not nice to look at, but they were itchy and they were sore and they felt horrible. And then moving into the mindset of, I don't even know, I was just in a really dark place, and I have been for a little bit. And the more that I started to dance in that darkness and stay in that darkness and entertain it almost, without even being intentional, I was entertaining it because I would wake up sad, anxious, reminiscing on things like my grams or things that I've been through or things going on in my life or my health. Then I would break out into these chronic hives all over my body. And then I wouldn't want to film because like my whole neck and hands and everything would be hives. And there was like a point where people were commenting like, Hailey, like, are you healthy? Are you good? Because like, I'm looking at your hands and like, they're really red. Like, I hope it's not a circulatory problem. And I'm like, my whole point in this is I began to spiral, and then I began to question, like, why does it feel like I'm out of control of my whole life, that my whole life is falling apart? Like, why does it feel as though everything that I've worked to build in a positive manner is being stripped away in such a negative manner? And up until recently, I've been almost unintentionally, but consciously dancing in said vibration. I've been trying to keep a positive outlook, but the thing with law of attraction and the thing with our human minds mixing with our subconscious and our spiritual selves is it's not enough to solely say it. You have to truly believe it. So while on surface level and to everyone in my life, I was saying like, but I believe in this, or I believe bigger, better things are coming, or I believe XYZ, like I wasn't to a soul deep level believing it. And therefore I wasn't seeing a positive transformation in my life. So the reason of this video is not to tell you guys about my plummet, but rather to tell you about my epiphany that I've always known, my reoccurring epiphany, if you will. And that is that we are the creators of our own reality. We truly are magical beings. As I said earlier, we are spiritual beings having an earthly experience. And while this earthly experience can be so difficult, we can always find the good in it and create a better future and create a better version of ourselves, even if we're healing the hurt parts of ourselves or even just bandaging the parts of us that we don't ever think we can truly heal. We can truly move forward in life and create better realities. So I was thinking the other day, and this is why I really hope you're still here watching. So there was a study that was done, and I heard about this years and years ago, and it absolutely blew my mind. But essentially they took two different groups of people who were not knowing of being within a study, to my recollection. But either way, they took two separate groups of people and they put them into the same job for the duration of the study. But they told one group that they should expect to lose a significant amount of weight doing this job, that it's just going to fall off of them, and just to keep that in mind. But they told the other group absolutely nothing. And at the end of said study, the group that was told that they were going to lose a significant amount of weight throughout the duration of this job, to my knowledge, they didn't all lose a significant amount of weight, but each and every one of them did lose weight throughout the process. The other group, who did the exact same job, the exact same tasks. The majority stayed the exact same. Now, this has nothing to do with weight or body image or superficial things, but more so to do with our subconscious and our brain, and the way that we are able to create a reality based off what we truly, wholeheartedly, to our cores believe. For an example, I'm extremely allergic to peanuts. And there was one day, I remember I was out with Tyler, we went to a new sushi place, and we had ordered some shrimp dish, like it was like a shrimp skewer dish. And the second that I bit into it, it tasted like peanuts. And if you want to know how I know what peanuts taste like, ask my mother. Before she realized I was allergic, she accidentally gave them to me before having to rush to the hospital. Love you, Mama Reese, but crazy. But it tasted like peanuts. And I bit into it and I tried to calm my anxiety. And I looked up at Tyler, who had just bitten into his shrimp skewer. And he looked visibly terrified and was staring at me. And we didn't even have to say anything. He called over the server and said, I need to know if there's peanuts in this. Well, right away, I'm breaking out in hives. I feel like my throat's closing. I feel like I can't breathe. Literally, physically, every symptom that would begin to happen, like my tongue tingling, everything that happens before I go into anaphylactic shock. They came back, there was no peanuts. And all of those symptoms subsided. And the reason I'm saying this is because I know it's anxiety, but it's a visual representation of my brain believed what I was telling it and my body reacted accordingly. Why would our universe not be the same? I've preached this so many times, and like I said, I have to preach to my own choir. But we are so much more powerful than we could ever comprehend. You watching this, you are so much more powerful than you could ever comprehend. And the magic of it all, the key to it all, the only thing that you have to master is believing. It's not a skill you have to obtain. It doesn't matter how many law of attraction videos you watch, how many people you listen to whose lives were transformed through manifestation. That is irrelevant if you don't believe. And I think what I'm feeling on my heart tonight, even though I had a really spooky video planned, is to share this message because not enough of us are believing. And even though I believe in everything I'm telling you right now, my reasoning for sharing my lows in the beginning is because even if you believe it, even if you know it, it's not always easy to practice it. But sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to ground yourself and come back to a space of love, acceptance, and belief. And what I mean by that is I've had to, over the last couple of days, love myself despite the parts of myself I'm not proud of. Accept my circumstances, accept what they've become, but more importantly, believe that I have the power to turn anything around, that you have the power to turn anything around. I truly, wholeheartedly, utterly believe in magic. And maybe definitions of magic are different from person to person, but to me, we have it at our fingertips to change our reality just by shifting our mindset. And I don't think there's anything more magical than that. Like, it genuinely blows my mind. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what you want and what you don't want. It solely knows what you're focusing on. And if you want an updated law of attraction video down the line, I will definitely do one. But we have to shift our perspectives, shift our realities to the good. Because when you're constantly reminding yourself conscious of good and all the good that's coming, finding the good in things, the blessings in things, nothing but good comes back to you. And yeah, that's not to say that your life is going to be perfect, because shitty things happen to great people. But it's what you do when those things happen that shape your future. And I have fallen victim over the last couple of years to dancing in that darkness and unintentionally dealing with heartbreak. Looking at what I saw my grandma as in the weeks that she was dying and the horrible things that I saw, rather than looking at the 25 years that I had with her that were beautiful and magical and incredible, and I can dance in that vibration. But I chose those couple of weeks. And yes, grief is messy. Don't get me started on that. I'm just using it as an example because she would not want that for me, because she believed in this stuff. I could go on about this for a very long time, but my whole point is we create our reality. I remember there was a conversation, I'm going to conclude on this example, that we had all had, family dinner, wine's a-flowing, we're all talking about law of attraction. We got the skeptics in the family, those who believe, Grams was there, and we were talking about how what you speak over yourself, what you speak over those you love, what you speak over your career and your life, basically what you speak is energetic, and it creates a future reality. And someone that I knew, I was about to say who, someone that I knew, or we knew, said, I'm going to test this out. I'm going to go get, they were plant people. They're like, I'm going to go get 2 plants that look around the same health. I'm going to bring them to my home, and I'm going to speak differently over both of my plants. They spoke loving, positive affirmations over the other. They spoke negative, horrible affirmations over the secondary plant. But they watered them the same, cared for them the same, and honest to goodness, you guys, the plant that was spoken positively over flourished. And within a few months, the other plant had died. There's no simple fix to life. I don't think you can law of attraction your way through every single element of life, but I do believe that we can change our daily realities based off our perception of ourselves and our reality. So my whole point in this video is I woke up today, and every day going forward, I'm choosing to choose happiness, even in the face of difficult times. And even if I can't find it in that moment, because we are allowed to feel what we feel, doesn't mean that you push aside negative feelings. Feel them, allow it, cry it out, but then find the good. And that's what I'm going back to, because my life over the last 3 years has felt like this roller coaster that's just about to go off of a freaking cliff, truly. But beyond that, I have so much to be grateful for, and you guys are among that list. And I think if we all think hard enough, there are so many beautiful things that we have to be grateful for, and we can manifest the life of our dreams. So I just wanted to make this video and remind you that we all lose it sometimes. We can lose track of ourselves, lose sight of our vision. We can feel defeated and washed up and like everything's at its end. But from that, we can grow into the best version of ourselves and believe in ourselves, and all it comes down to is belief. Like I've always said from the beginning of my channel, we believe in the unbelievable. And whether you like my videos or you like me or you freaking hate my videos and you hate me, I hope that you take from this video that I believe in you, and that whatever you're facing today, you can get through it. You will get through it. It's not over till it's over. And I have to keep reminding myself that nothing is over till it's all over. And every day is a new opportunity to completely change your life. Ask yourself, what do you tell yourself every single day? Do you talk kindly to yourself? Because I haven't been over the last couple of years. I mean, I try to, but there's days where, oh my God, I don't want to cry. But there's days where sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be Hailey, but I love who I am. And I think I've let so many outside sources and earthly experiences take away that joy from me. And we all deserve to find that joy, because the only thing that's guaranteed is there's going to come a day where there's no more Hailey, where there's no more you. And it's a dark thing to say, but it's a beautiful thing to think about, because I think about this. I'm going to have great grandchildren who will never have known of their great grandma Hailey Reese. And that's okay. And honestly, if you're judging your past mistakes, then you've already grown from them, because only people who recognize the fault in their past actions judge them. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So all I'm asking of you is, like my friend Lana says, start where you stand. Speak positively over your life and watch the magic that will unfold. Truly. Anyway, I could talk for hours, but that's basically it for today's 31 Days of Halloween episode. I know it's not spooky, but it is magical. And I just feel like if even one person needed to hear today that you are enough, you did the best you could, and better is yet to come, and it resonates, then I'm living my purpose here on earth. Because all I want to do, even in my darkest moments, is just spread light. So I love you. Thank you so much for watching today's video. There is some spooky stuff to come. So enjoy Sappy Hailey while you have her. And just thank you so much for being the best family, for seeing me through my roller coaster, and for recognizing that I'm human, because we all are. And life is precious, delicate, and always too short. So enjoy it while you have it. Don't beat yourself up. Speak kindly over yourself. Believe in yourself. And watch what will happen. And please, on a final note, remember, light will always overcome darkness. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I truly love you and I'm grateful for you. Bye, guys.